back to the real. Let's get right back into some more girl chat. You know the saying, first comes love, then comes marriage? Well, some people may want to wait on that baby carriage. Oh. According to a Huffington Post article, don't count on having children to save a struggling relationship. Blogger April McCormick says that the day she and her husband became parents, their relationship changed for the worse. The couple's sex life suffered. Ooh, goodness. And she said they bickered and fought nonstop. Now, do you ladies think that there is a misconception that a child can save a relationship?
Yes, I think it's the worst idea to use a human being to save your relationship when you are the person that needs to save yourself. A human being, we're not talking about just a human being that's going to go through emotions, trauma, and their own life to worry about. That's a lot of pressure. It never saves the relationship. It just traps the other person. Yes. Like, it's more of like a trap feel. Like, I think a lot of women sometimes use that, not because they actually think, oh, this is going to, save my relationship. I think they think, well, he can't go nowhere now. Like, now he has to stay with me. Or, if they think he has a good moral compass, that they'll be like, oh, morally he will now marry me. Or those kinds of old school thinking. But for you that actually has a child, even from my friends or my sister that I've seen, it's actually the opposite. It puts more stress on the relationship, right?
It does. I always say once you have a child, you experience the highest of highs and sometimes the lowest of lows, only because of the things that you are going through. One, yourself, your body is changing in so many ways. And not only that, hormonally, I think a lot of the times people forget that. Like, you legit feel crazy for a moment.
Right.
And even after you have your child, your new normal is exhaustion. So I always say that if you want to have a baby, make sure that your foundation is strong. Because the reality is, the walls are going to shake a little bit. I'm just saying. Because the things that used to annoy you about your husband before you had a child is going to annoy you even more because you're both exhausted.
Exactly.
And because you're exhausted, you become more impatient. So you really have to make sure that you guys are a team and that you guys are there for each other. So that's really, really important.
A lot of people... I guess maybe if you get into a relationship and you just get desperate, you like, maybe this is my only hope. And I think that's the reason why people do it. Because they're like, I want to save this marriage.
Then you got to think about that kid, what they're going to experience.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Because the reality is there's going to be a little strain. There's going to be a little stress. And if you guys can figure that out before, then you're going to have to start figuring it out while you have that baby. And the reality is, before you have a baby, it's very easy for you guys to focus on each other. Once you have that baby, now you've got to focus on that child that needs all of your help. Then you've got to fight for the attention to have for each other. And that can be challenging.
And not only that, but after, because I know some instances where people have stayed together. But once that baby got 18, they was out that door so quick. So it don't matter. If they're ready to go, they're going to leave. And on that note, we have to take a break. But guess what? Girl Chat is going long today. We have an extra segment on the way. Don't go anywhere. You're watching The Real.